from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
Throwing, Prescott. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 31. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Prescott to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They run here with Dowdle, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
There we go.
Now Prescott. Buying time, and this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
47.
Play action now. Prescott. He's got it. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Yeah, here we go. Where you take? Here we go, 46.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Jake Ferguson from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Let's go.
In motion, the tight end.
Out.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Kevontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
1st down, Dallas.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Cowboys 7, Dolphins 0.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
To throw is Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Prescott now. To the right side and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Ready,
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Waddle's first catch, good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Achane on the counter. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
3rd and 5.
Ready, shot. Long. Shot.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
20, TX.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Hey, get set. Out.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
44. Ready. Hey, 21 TA. Out.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Turbo wide. Get on.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ready, set.
On 3rd down, Achane. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, you've been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with the touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Final play of the half. Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And a good push there defensively as they step. .48, gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Tua going to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now from the 50. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The 22 more yards there and another 1st down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. In motion, Hill.
Watch it, Oscar.
Running right, here's Achane. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Lamb. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And again, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Here we go!
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
Just what they need, a left chip from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go!
Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! 26.
Prescott yet again. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
32 Stinger.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is...
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he gets it down to the 32. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Running left, Achane. for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Yeah! Here we go!
Now Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Now Dak. Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Here's first and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go, 46. Yeah! Here we go. 26.
Here's Dak. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Prescott. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Ready, set.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A give, running right, Achane. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.